Never been a soft and submissive type of girl. Blame it on the areas in my chart, blame it on childhood trauma, doesn't really matter, but I'm dominant and aggressive. Honestly, I love that about myself. I just feel like it's made dating very difficult for me. I didn't even go on what I would consider a real date until I was 24, so that was about 2 years ago. And I understand the fact that men have no idea what to do with me because I give off really confident, aggressive energy, but then I'm really soft and shy and dainty and sweet when it comes to love. It's very confusing for us both. Because I don't really have it in me to stroke random men's egos or to look like a damsel in distress to get attention or to play dumb or make myself smaller. I like being the way that I am. I just hate the fact that my confidence is always deemed as intimidating or overly masculine. Like, why can't I be confident and aggressive and dominant and be feminine at the same time?
So I made a post last week in regards to the lack of femininity in the modern woman, right? And I had a lot of guys agree, so I hope that they agree with part 2. I think there's a valuable conversation around why the modern woman, so to speak, seems to be behaving in a more masculine than feminine way. And I would assert a lot of it has to do with the lack of masculinity in the modern man. There's a lot of conversation about allowing men to lead. However, I don't think there's enough fair conversation about teaching men how to lead properly so that women feel comfortable letting go and allowing them to take the wheel. We have a generation of men who are full of excuses, whose parents coddled them, who don't hold their friends and their loved ones accountable when they see that they're doing some bullshit, and then you're surprised when women don't want to follow. If I believe I had the right answers, I wouldn't follow you neither. So to be fair, I think there needs to be conversations on both sides in order to strengthen the relationship amongst us all.
I'm convinced that a lot of y'all men don't like women. Y'all like little girls.
No, I'm going to add to this too, because I think that this person is absolutely fucking correct. They do tend to want prepubescent bodies. And when they do want curvy bodies, they want curvy bodies that they see in like the Kardashians and other people who go get body altering surgery. And this is not to shit on anybody getting plastic surgery, because that is your body, that is your money, you do you, boo. But when you are growing curves by yourself, like naturally, you get stretch marks. And I have literally fucked around with males in the past who told me that they liked how curvy I was, but hated that I have stretch marks. Like, bitch, how are you gonna want the thickness, but then feel disgusted by the stretch marks? Like, the stretch marks are proof from my body that I grew these curves. It doesn't make sense. Y'all are disgusting and baffling.
They need to be able to rise 4 figures. No, like they just need to have. I feel like if I can't date someone who's unemployed personally, if you're not employed, unemployed, or you don't have like a side hustle that's making you bread, you don't have that.
You do know, guys. How are you 17, 18, 19 living off your mum still?
Bro, just be real. I'm a busy girl. I volunteer for the NHS. I work a lot. I do a lot of things. I do social media. I'm a busy girl. I want my man to be as busy as me, because when I'm busy doing all my things and he's just there free, what's he doing? Is he cheating on me? Like, I'm gonna be insecure. So I want a man who's got the same, schedule type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like no one's getting my point. Everyone just wants to be a bum. Everyone wants to just be, let's school. Let's stop using age as an excuse, because people can do it all. Thank you.
They're so much more important that they are. Like,
that's what
we
I'm
don't even need y'all for a good nut no more.
Yeah.
Like,
like get that rose that you were advertising. Yeah. And even if they are there, if it's mediocre, it's not worth it anyways.
Dressed today and having a tights and a halter top, and a man honks at me, it's my fault.
It's the fault of both. If you dressed in a way, you don't believe that a woman can dress in a way that can lure a man to him?
That's just like saying if a woman puts on a tight dress, she deserves to get raped.
No, that is not saying that. Yeah. Because regardless of what a person wear, they don't deserve to get raped. But at the same time, let me make this example.
Please.
There are some men that drive a very fashionable car and look a certain way. And sometimes that look attracts certain women. There are certain looks that a woman can have on that make her appear that attract certain men. That's just a fact. You go buy a car because you're attracted to the look, even if you don't know the engine, how it works.
But that doesn't mean that it's our fault.
Women bring life. Y'all don't.
How do you get that life?
Go in the hospital and get a sperm donor. You don't need a man.
You still need a man.
You need a physical woman to bear a child for you.
And y'all need a physical sperm. Where does it come from?
That's for right now. Give it to
from a man. If a physical man didn't go to that hospital, it would not be there.
You guys don't carry kids for 9 months. We do.
I carried them my whole life. life. What the hell? Kids is here the whole life.
Y'all can't have a baby without sperm.
Women like you always try to eliminate men, and that's where the issue is. You just said you don't need a man.
You don't. You don't. We want you. There's a difference. Need and want is a different thing. I don't need a man.
You don't want him.
You want the potion.
You want the potion that lives inside of his.
I need men. I need men to stop. I need you to fucking stop. I need you to fucking stop derailing the conversation and making it about your feelings when women say men are garbage. I'm so tired of having this conversation with you. It is not my job to coddle your male fragility. I tried last night, a couple nights ago. I posted something on my close friend's Instagram story saying men are garbage because I had a very terrible sexist experience happen to me that night. And then I had several men respond back and saying, yes, we are, facts, affirming my experience. And then I had one guy, one motherfucker, who tried to derail the entire fucking conversation and make it about his fucking feelings. Stop making it about you. This is not about you. I don't know how many times I have to fucking say that. And then he was like, well, you seem pretty pissed. Yeah, I get pissed off when I'm dealing with fucking incompetence, which is half of the world. Stop it. Derailing the conversation and making it about your feelings when women say men are garbage.
I can already hear the angry feminists in my comment section, but two things. One, not all men are garbage. Are there some bad women? Yes. Doesn't give you the right to label all women as bad. Are there some bad men? Yes. Does not give you the right to label all men as bad. In fact, some might call that sexist. Two, what's really garbage is the modern day feminist movement. It is no longer about women and men being equal. It is about women feeling superior to men and degrading them, then accusing them of oppressing us with patriarchy, which is simply not the case. In fact, it's harder to be a man today than it is to be a woman. How so? Depression, suicide, anxiety, homicide, jail time, homelessness, really anything you can think of outside of sexual assault. And I'll go ahead and say, it's not cool that a man was sexist towards you, but that does not give you the right to label all men as garbage. It is simply not true, and it only serves to further divide us based on gender.